Waldo. Today we're going to talk about the don'ts of caring for skinny pigs. First up, we're going to talk about the dangers of exercise balls and hamster wheels. Skinny pigs have fragile leg and back bones, making it very unsafe to put them in exercise balls and wheels due to their unnatural arch to the back that is applied when your pig is inside the contraption. To keep your skinny pig from sustaining any fractures, pain, or any injuries, stay away from any hamster balls or wheels. Besides, would you like to be trapped in a ball with no food, shelter, water, and nowhere to go? Next up, you should never put your skinny pig unattended on any heights above 6 inches. Skinny pigs have very bad eyesight and depth perception, therefore easily allowing for them to fall off ramps, lofts, tables of any height. To ensure they don't cause any injury, you should install guardrails, railings, and or walls to your enclosure so they don't fall down. And in the case that your guinea pig or skinny pig is on a high height, make sure to always closely supervise their actions and be alert at all times. Another thing to watch out for is overfeeding or underfeeding. The guinea pig diet consists mainly of hay, like 80% hay. So you should always make sure you have hay in their cage so that they have plenty of hay. You should also make sure they're getting daily fresh water and that they never run out, because you never know when they're going to get thirsty. Another thing to watch out for is overfeeding. You do not want to overfeed pellets or even underfeed. A good thing is roughly about 1/8 cup per day per pig. So right now I'm feeding my 2 pigs 1/4 cup a day. Lastly, you should make sure you're feeding your pigs roughly a cup of vegetables per day, and make sure there's a good variety, because variety is key. And you should have around 60% leafy greens, 30% other greens, and 10% root vegetables when feeding them. To help ensure digestion, you should make sure to feed them at least in 2 separate feedings so that they can properly digest the food and it's not just one big meal, which can be harder to digest. Another big no-no when it comes to skinny pigs is to no free roaming in any unsafe areas. This means that you should not let your guinea pig or skinny pig roam in any areas that hasn't been skinny pig proof. This means any area that has power cords, sharp objects, other pets, or even unsupervised small children. You should also stay away from areas like kitchens, garages, and laundry rooms. Especially stay away from the outdoors, this being very hard on your skinny pigs, as unless you have the right temperature, you can sunburn your skinny pig, they could freeze, they could overheat, or even just for the danger of birds, disease, insect bites, or even standing water and any unknown pesticides. So make sure when you're letting your skinny pig roam that you stay away from any kitchens, garages, laundry rooms, or even the outdoors. And if you do let them go in a room, you should make sure it is proofed so that they will not get into anything that can cause them to get sick or hurt. Another thing you should be aware of is maintaining a proper temperature and environment. Due to a skinny pig's lack of hair, it is harder for them to maintain a good temperature, so you should always make sure that the room they're staying in is between 70 and 74 degrees. If it's over 80 degrees, they can cause heat stroke, and if it's under 70 degrees, they can get hypothermia. Another big no-no when it comes to skinny pig care is sharing a habitat with other species or rabbits, or housing your skinny pig alone. Skinny pigs are very social animals, and although they should be housed together, and it may seem like they should be housed with other animals like rabbits that have similar needs, they should not, due to the fact that diseases can be passed between species and they each need their own specification and accommodations. You also must keep in mind that they need a fairly large habitat or cage with space to run around in and room for accessories like food dishes, water bottles, toys, hideaways, and other things if you may add them, like litter boxes. When you have multiple pets, just keep in mind, different species can share the same home, but they cannot share the same living space. One of the last few things we're going to talk about is wired floored housing and small, poorly ventilated houses. Skinny pigs need well-ventilated cages or habitats. This means no aquariums. Their cages should allow guinea pigs to move around freely with all cage accessories in place. Wire floors may cause painful things like bumblefoot to your skinny pig, so make sure that if your cage does have a wire floor that there is some solid sections and or bedding or blankets on top so that your skinny pig's feet can rest on solid or soft areas as they wish and they do not have to have any trouble with painful feet. The last thing we're going to talk about today is skimping out on cleaning. Let's be real. Skinny pigs poop a lot. And even though you may not feel like you want to clean it, you have to. A cleaner habitat or cage promotes better health and minimizes any odors. Plus, you don't want your room smelling all bad. If the cage has an odor, this means it's time to increase the frequency of cleaning. I normally clean my cage liners. I have fleece liners and I normally total new fleece liners every 4 days. But every 2 days I flip the pads. And then around 3 times a day, I scoop their poop and clean up the messes. So just make sure that if your room starts to smell, you start increasing your cleaning. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to subscribe.